This segment is going to be very special because it's all about kindness and bringing more kindness into the world. So I'd love to invite Renee Dutton to come join us today. Renee Dutton is an author. She is the founder of the Global Kindness Movement, and she is the author of the book The Sunshine Effect. And she is also one of the co-creators of the Kindness Impact. And so, kindness is something that we can all benefit from experiencing, from giving, and for celebrating. And so, Renee, we're going to talk about your book in a little bit, but can you talk a little bit about why you started the Global Kindness Movement and what your belief du jour is about the Global Kindness Movement today? Thank you for that, Art.
Well played.
Well, I'm going to start with a question. Who in this room thinks that we could use a little more kindness and compassion in the world right now? Yeah, me too. And this is actually something that I started about 10 years ago. Part of it is in my book, part of it is in other businesses that I've had, where I've realized you just do the littlest thing and it can change somebody's day. And it has just been a passion of mine because it just feels good. It feels good to me. And I've been putting out kindness challenges of the week for years. But now, no more time for dabbling in this little stuff because the world needs massive media. The world needs massive action. And I'll get a little religious here and just say I was on my knees and said, okay, God, this is huge. If you want me to do this, you need to show me. So I called the CEO of the Los Angeles Tribune and I said, you want to go in 50-50 with some compilation books? Done, sure. And then magazines, and then docuseries, and then personal quotes. It's just, the world needs this. And thank you to Alicia. I'm working with Alicia a lot. And you know what? I don't think you get enough love. You are the calmest, sweetest, most emotionally mature 30-something-year-old.
Thank you.
And I ever worked with. So yeah, that was a long-winded question.
Well, thank you. And I mean, when you think about it, there is so much going on in the world. And, it can mean so much to share a kind act, to witness a kind act, to experience a kind act. I think we never know what people are truly going through. And kindness, it always wins because it can only expand, someone's heart. And it rarely detracts from their heart. And so when you think about what kindness is and how people can heed that call to action to put more kindness out in the world, what really comes to mind?
Well, I don't think kindness is something that you necessarily have to plan. There are opportunities all the time. I mean, every day I see something. There was a woman on a scooter that couldn't reach the groceries at Trader Joe's, and I helped her with that, and I left just feeling lighter, feeling better. I think any time that you can get outside of yourself, and the fastest way to do that is to help someone else. So I've just realized how I've been through a lot in my life. You can read it in the book. The book I didn't necessarily want to write, but I know that we learn things so that we can help people, so that we can grow, and so that we can maybe shorten their pain. And I did learn that kindness is the quickest way to feel better.
Yeah, it really is. And Renee, I mean, your book is phenomenal, The Sunshine Effect. There are a couple of copies here. You talk about your journey, right? There was a point in time where you didn't have a voice. You couldn't use your voice. You couldn't speak. And now here you are screaming from the mountaintops that kindness is a global movement. And so what were some of the thoughts that were going through your mind back then, if you would bring us along with you on your journey? And why do you think that makes the work that you're doing now around the global kindness movement and around the kindness impact that much more special or that much more meaningful to you personally?
Well, there were 9 months where I had no voice. I walked around with an iPad. I was having a hard time getting air. So they said, we're just going to laser open your trachea and you'll be fine. It paralyzed my vocal cord. I had a total of 6 surgeries, actually just had one more. And they said, you'll never speak again. We can't get the laser into that small area. And I got this moment of peace, no more. Nobody's setting limits for my life, and I'm going to be okay. I went home, and I was okay. And I believe I lost my voice because I wasn't using it. I was playing small to stay safe, to keep the peace. I don't like conflict. I'm over it now. I mean, I still don't like it. But we all need to use our voices, but in a beautiful way. You know, keep the derogatory remarks to yourself.
Yeah. Wow. Felt like you lost your voice because you weren't using it. And so, how would you want to connect with those that are here today that maybe have this idea that seems small, or they want to go with it, or they've tried but they've kind of whispered it, they kind of haven't whispered it to themselves or to their friends, or maybe wrote it down in their notebook, and they weren't sure to just like take that step forward, or just to say it just a little bit louder until their voice really resonates to them and then to the world?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's a quick process. But if you feel that you are not being true to yourself, then that's a problem. And I wasn't being true to myself because I just wanted to keep the household quiet and easy. And so figure out what's important to you. And if you're playing small and it doesn't feel right, then take baby steps.
I love that. And Marie is here. She's going to be talking about her book, Your Home is a Vision Board. In just a moment, if there's a question or something that you've thought about as you've connected with Marie's work over the years, what would it be? Give us a little bit of a preview of what that question would look like. And then what are ways that interacting with Marie's messages, how has that shifted things for you at your house and your space, and how you think about creation and manifestation?
Well, I have to say, I met Marie in Las Vegas a few months ago, and she was saying, make sure, here's your question, make sure not to have your desk face the wall. You don't want to walk in and see your back. Is that correct, right? So I immediately went home and turned around my desk.
I love that. See, quick action steps here that are effective.
And I like things pretty clean, and but that was, I keep it fairly clean. But that was the main thing, was turn around the desk, and I'm not kidding you, checks have been coming in the mail.
So the practices do work. And where's an area? Because we heard it from Art earlier. Curiosity around the bathroom in the home. But what is an area in your home that you have an area of curiosity around? How can I maybe shift the space in this room to create a different experience or a different feeling in your life that we can kind of explore when we speak with Marie later?
Okay, this could be totally off, but you may know the answer. When I wake up in the morning, I like to sit in my chair and have my coffee and look out the window. But it's right next to the modem and the Wi-Fi. Is that bad?
We are going to answer that in just a moment here. And Renee, I mean, we talked a little bit about your story, your experiences, and really finding your voice and walking in it. And we talked about kindness, but if there are 2 learnings that people could get from reading your book, The Sunshine Effect, what do you think that those learnings would be?
Mindset matters. No matter what you're going through, I have found that that if you don't have a strong opinion, like, sure, this feels horrible. I mean, I lost the dog, the husband, the house, the children went to college. It was just my voice, one thing after another. But if you get to the point to where maybe there's something that God's trying to tell me, maybe, which there was, maybe something good is going to come out of this, then you just feel so much better and you are so much more at peace.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Renee. So,
Thank you.
Renee is really active in getting people to share more kindness in the world.
Yeah.
And so you can connect with the Kindness Impact at the Kindness Impact on Instagram. But the Kindness Impact is a movement that kindness inspires more kindness, which brings more love into the air. So encourage you, like you said, kindness doesn't have to be planned, but it's something that everyone can be intentional about as they go about their day.
Right, but I also feel like there are so many books, there's so much news that is negative, that if we can all start writing about even a short little paragraph or a quote about kindness, and have it included in this coffee table magazine or in a compilation book. We're practically giving this stuff away for free right now because we want it to take off. And I just want to do a little shout out to Crystal Prevet, who is an official ambassador of the Global Kindness Movement. And if you have any questions about the Kindness Impact books in collaboration with the LA Tribune, you can talk to her or me.
Yes, amazing. And Crystal is also an author. She has her book, Crystal Clear Mindset. And so she doesn't have them here today, but if you're curious about her book, you can also find that online. Thank you so much, Renee. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you for bringing more kindness to this event and this experience here today. Thank you. Thank you so much.